As a competitive cross-country runner, I've always been amazed at my sport's simplicity. There are no plays to be drawn up. There's no offense, no defense. The gun goes off, and you run to the finish line as fast as you possibly can. There really isn't much more to it besides that. But anyone who's ever ran a distance race knows that although it may be simple, it is not easy. Often more challenging mentally than physically. During a race, your mind is constantly sending you a barrage of negative thoughts to try to make you quit. Thoughts that tell you that you'll never make it. It's too hard, too painful. The finish is too far away, you should just stop now. Those who finish always find a way to ignore those thoughts and use all that's in them to take one more step. And they do it over and over again until they cross the finish line. There are few better places to test one's limits, or rather, see if the limits will stop you. The test of my limits has been the distance run, but it's not the distance run I ever expected. On June 26, 2021, I suffered a broken neck in a car accident. My vertebrae pressed against and bruised my spinal cord. I was paralyzed from the shoulders down. I went from running 50-mile meets and training with goals of running Division I cross country in college to being unable to move, unable to breathe, fighting for my life. In that moment, I could feel God's hand in my life, and He placed a dream inside my heart. That dream was that one day I will run again. Unaware of the heartache I went through, I accepted the challenge of the path that lay before me. And so I fought. I fought to be able to breathe again. I fought to be able to get out of the power wheelchair that they told me I would go home in. And I fought to be able to walk with a cane. I fought every day since I was first injured, and I'm going to continue to fight every day until I'm running. In this fight, I've experienced the same challenges that I used to experience during my races. In fact, I experience them almost every day. I have to work hard, keep fighting, even when it feels like my body can't go any further. I have to constantly ignore my doubts, my thoughts, telling me to give up, telling me that I can't keep going, that I can't take anymore. I have to deal with the physical pain that comes from working out every day in order to get stronger. But most of all, I have to deal with the pain I feel mentally. The pain that comes from slow progress. The pain that comes from bad days where I feel weak or when my body isn't working quite the way I want or need it to. The pain that comes from seeing others be where I want to be, but knowing how much work I have to put in order to get there. The pain that comes from trusting the process, even when it feels like nothing is happening. How do you push through when it feels impossible to keep going? I do the same thing that I would do in my races. Rather than worry about how much I still have to go, or think about how much it may take to keep going, I use my energy to focus on taking one more step. After I take that step, I use my energy to focus on taking one more. I do this over and over again until eventually I cross the finish line. In my recovery from this injury, it's been the same process. I don't worry about how much I have yet to do on this journey. Instead, I focus on doing one more rep, trying to do something I can't yet, one more time, getting up every time I fall, and trying to take one more step. In fact, I believe the same mentality I had in my situation, you can use in just about any situation to solve or get past many of the problems that seem to stop you. When it seems like something is in your way, preventing you from doing the things that you have to do, you must break the path down into a bunch of small steps. Then, instead of focusing on all that has to be done, put all your focus into taking one step. Once done, do it over and over again, and sooner or later, you too will cross the finish line. and your goal will be completed. Most people in life tend to place too much value on one big action, while we undervalue a bunch of small steps in the right direction. Usain Bolt once said, "It took me 4 years to be able to run 9 seconds." We see the 9 seconds, but fail to recognize the 4 years of many small steps he took to be able to do it. There are countless quotes from successful businessmen and women, world-class athletes, influential people and politicians that all say similar things, but none sum it up better than Jacob Riis. He said, "When nothing seems to help, I go in with a stone cutter, hammering away his rock, perhaps 100 times, without as much as a crack showing. Yet at the 101st blow, it split in two, and I know that it was not that blow that did it, but all that had done before." I don't have this mindset in only athletics. I have it in all areas of my life, including skydiving. For my Eagle project, I set out to create a Rubik's Cube mosaic, a design made up of 600 cubes. One cube at a time, I had to turn and manipulate it a certain way in order for it to look correct in the final piece. Even though it seemed like I was messing all the cubes up, I knew that over time, I was doing what needed to be done in order to make the mosaic complete. What's now finished is 600 cubes that come together to show a picture of the front entrance of Craig Hospital for the patients and families to see as they enter into the building. The hardest part of taking small steps is continuing, even when it seems like we've made no progress. Hammering the stone 100 times without seeing a crack. Showing up every day without seeing any gain. Most people quit when they don't see or feel any change after taking a small step. In order to succeed, you must be able to trust the process and never quit. Dean Karnazes, an American author and ultramarathon runner, once said, "Running an ultra is simple. All you have to do is not stop." The same is true for any challenge you go through in life. In order to overcome it, you must never, ever quit. Success doesn't come from one big leap. It comes from countless small steps that lead you in the right direction toward your goal, and relentlessly persistent until you get there. Rather than worrying about writing a book, focus on writing a sentence. Rather than worrying if you can paint a whole picture, start with just one stroke of a brush. Instead of doubting if you'll be able to make 100 sales, just make one call. Don't think about how far you have to go. Just take one more step. Thank you.